let's get started. Ahmed, go ahead, please.
Yes, John. So today again I work on another N plus one issue. And yesterday, Jerry, we deployed QA, and after that I can see not see N plus one issue there. So are we using QA app now? Like yesterday, someone used frequently on QA. Now I used the app frequently QA.
What are you asking? Like, is a version of NQA?
Yes, yes. Version. I did not see a new N plus one issue on QA, which we did fix yesterday.
Okay.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, I was
So
just checking Sentry. I don't see anything new either. So
okay. But today, when I check on Podna, we are getting N plus one for
you
check-in.
you muffled out. I did not hear anything in
Can
that
you hear
last.
me?
Yeah, try
Can
again.
you hear me?
Hmm.
So today, I check Sentry now. We can see N plus one issue for check-ins on production.
Hmm.
So I went through. So what is happening now? It's the design itself is causing the N plus one issue there. So I want to discuss with you offline, like can we refactor this query itself, like a GraphQL query? What is
Which
happening now
one?
inside this? I will tell you which one it is. Check-ins by active user.
Oh,
Check-ins
checking.
from active user.
Yeah, that it's a resolved field. I know what you're saying. We're gonna
Hmm.
have that. I think that would be best for either a data loader or some kind of caching. Would need to look in.
What is happening here now? Inside resolver, there is a sub-resolver. Sub-resolver is doing the query, actual query there,
Uh-huh.
check-ins query.
Hmm.
So like we cannot use data loader also there. So data loader we can use it, but like best design, I think we can remove it from there now inside sub-resolver. Put in resolver itself, this will work. I'm thinking.
Oh, I see. Yeah. If you want to try that out.
Okay. So I will work on that part. So yes, John, so like in short, like I am working on fixing this N plus one issue. If there will be anything like functionality, you can assign me or bugs.
All right, will do. Thank you, Ahmed.
Thank
Jerry,
you.
why don't you continue, please?
Yep. We got. I got that. I met with Ismail about the SoundCloud stuff. We got that situated. Ismail, I have a query for you to resolve the playlist by the URL. I need to give you that. I also took a look at something else, and one of the big queries we had that were slow is it was the discover feed query, and I just decided to take a scan. I was like, I know earlier I was talking about like partitioning tables and stuff, and I was like, well, what if I just say like start with the post in the past month and go from there until like if you really go to like the 100th page, then we start to pull in other posts. And when I did that, with no special partitioning or whatsoever, like the query got noticeably faster. And I checked the query plan, and the query plan agreed that because I was able to filter just saying for the discover feed for the past month and give priority to those posts, the query I mean, it's a whole lot faster. Like you can go in the discover feed, for example, and you can scroll like really fast.
What?
Yeah,
Interesting. So, okay, I wasn't quite following all that. Some multitasking here, but
discover feed super fast now.
I got that part. That's the part I like a lot. And this is something that you just now implemented.
I did it yesterday afternoon, but I've been
Excellent.
tracking it as well to see if like it was just at first slow, but no, it's fast.
Okay, and this is something that you you've been working on for a while. Or you said you were observing for a while.
No, well, we've been knowing that Discover feed has been kind of slower lately since we
Yeah,
have a lot more users in it.
it
So
is super fast right now.
yeah, And all I'm doing is I'm adding in the query to take all posts newer than a month,
I see.
and it's only for the discover feed query. Like you know how much scrolling you're gonna have to do to go back a month.
Right. But then it'll fetch after a month, right? Or no?
Yeah, it'll fetch after a month too, but it'll just take like
It'll go back to like how it was.
Yeah, it was take a long time.
Right.
But I checked. There's like we fetch 20 records on a page, and we have 20,000 records. I think created almost like every 2 weeks. So you'd have to go like thousands of pages
Right.
before you'd even start to hit that.
Yeah, I mean it's like instantly paginating.
Yeah,
That's great.
it's a whole lot faster.
Right. Okay. So it doesn't solve the long-term problem necessarily that you had talked about a couple weeks ago
What long-term problem?
of the more it grows, like it's gets heavier.
Mm, well, then once it gets really big, and we say instead of take the past month, we take the past 2 weeks. We partition
Okay.
them a little more. No, it's not an actual partition, but we just hit that filter. And again, it's going to be the same thing. If you got to go back more than 2 weeks, you're going to paginate thousands of times.
Right, that's true. I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay, great. Is that the only change to it? Is simply just a big like a it just grabs a chunk up front?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. And it made it like unbelievably faster. I was impressed.
Yeah, that's great. Okay. Um, what else you got?
Uh, what I need to do is I need to clean up some of the stuff on the admin panel. I noticed that the admin panel is like has some bad links or stuff for like creating invites. I think it's fixed now, but I need to give that a proper scan. That won't take too long. But another thing that I need to do is let's see. I need to review this push notification dashboard. Oh yeah, there was something. Yeah, we wanted to add like some geographical targeting on the push dashboard. Um, as far as big things to look on, we have the SoundCloud stuff. We're kind of waiting on the final sign off on the designs for that. Let's see what else. Is there something that I am forgetting? I I think I'm forgetting something. I don't know what it is. Let me take a look. Oh yeah. The message admin. I wanted to make some changes to that. I can now plug it in with the GraphQL API, and I should be able to get that to work. Some improvements on that for like pulling it. I'm gonna try to get it to work for all groups, not just the public groups. Is what I'm saying. I know
Okay.
that's a common ask.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Um, well, anything else to add or
I think that's what I have. Feel like I'm forgetting something. It'll come up if.
the music? You mentioned that. Did you talk about the music?
Of course, figured it out. Okay, yeah, there was this guy. Oh, Ian's not in the call.
You just told
I'm here.
Oh, hey, did you did you do any thinking on that user Tim Santos? It's weird.
Who?
That the guy that I created that group with you and Chantel, and I was like, this guy like can't get to the inner SMS code step.
Oh, where did we leave off on that?
So it sounds so. I think at first you thought it might have just been like a carrier issue, like with the SMS, but I was like, no, he's not even getting that far. His phone is like not making network requests to our backend, and because of that, he can't even get past the carrier check screen because the API call is failing.
Android?
No, iOS.
It could be his network. Like if he's at work and they have a robust firewall.
No, so he has tried uninstalling, reinstalling, clearing cache,
Can I
turning his
suggest? Is he? Sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry. Is he a new user or could he
No.
have been?
No.
Right. Could
What
I?
had happened is he was already in the app,
Was
and
he blocked or banned?
No.
Okay. Okay. Sorry.
and he opened the app and it was a skeleton loader. And I have a feeling he didn't wait long enough for it to load. So he just immediately uninstalled the app and went to go reinstall the app. And then when he did, he couldn't get through. He was able to go through onboarding on his wife's phone using his phone number, and he was able to get the text. And then he logged out of that account and then logged in to his wife's thing, and it was fine for her. They have the same phone, they're on the same Wi-Fi, they have the same
Oh boy. So this
iOS
is a serious
version.
problem potentially. Have you talked to Amin about this?
I've not talked to Amin about it. I was thinking it was something related to iOS almost. Like you can see that it's like it's trying to make the network call, but it's like it just says network error, cannot reach, service.
So I see in our user list that Wendy Santos is the one that is linked to the phone number that you shared, not Tim Santos.
They. I wonder if that's. I wonder if they like kind of mixed it up while they were signing back in.
That would be weird.
Wendy did let Tim use her phone to sign in. I wonder if the wrong info was entered.
Yeah.
And here's another little nugget of information is that last night after we had talked, he turned his phone off and on again, and then he went in, installed the app. He was able to get the text, but then he entered it in wrong and he got locked out. And so then he texted me again much later last night and said, I waited a few hours and I'm having the same issues now. So he had a brief moment where he could have.
Can we onboard with his account?
Well, I was able to get the SMS to send from my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So like I entered his phone number and I was making sure that it wasn't like our API returning something bad, and no, everything worked fine. Like I confirmed from the Firebase logs that we sent an SMS to his number, because what really confused me in the beginning was there was no SMS getting triggered. Like Firebase logs had nothing, and I was like, is this guy doing it right? Is he on an ancient version? And then I was able to find his session replay, which wasn't tied to a user, but I found his session replay, and that's where I found out he was on that enter your phone number screen, and it was saying, please enter a valid phone number. And that happens when the API returns false or it returns an error.
Was he typing in the wrong number?
No, he was typing in the right number. It's the API, like he made the API call. Okay. The API call did not.
When you use that number though, it's there's no block on it. It approves it.
I mean, I got a session replay pulled up right in front of me.
But okay, that's hard to understand. That the same exact phone number that he entered said it's not a valid number. Then you enter it on a physical device.
Yeah,
and it's no problem.
Yeah. So look, here's session replay.
Yeah.
This is
his number.
This is his correct number.
Okay.
And I went ahead, and if you go into logs, the console, it says network error, network request failed.
And
that doesn't match the number that you sent to Chantel and I.
Let's see.
Which would make sense.
I don't want to say it out loud, but if you can.
Let me not go to. Well, I tried that number.
Is it close? Is it a digit off?
It's one digit off.
I knew it. Okay, so he's entering the wrong number.
Let me make sure.
I bet one of those threes is an 8. Am I right?
No, it's there's a 4 mix up.
Okay. So
Or-
that's why, Jerry.
Let me check this again because I have this API pulled up and it's still returning true. Maybe did I?
You entered it right. He entered it wrong, and he also
I-
entered the code wrong.
Well, I have it here. Okay, I have it here on the playground, and this is the correct number. Unless I'm no, this is the correct number side by side. Unless somebody can like tell me I'm crazy that
Those two match, but that just doesn't match the number that you sent
Okay.
to Chantel and I.
if I try this number, let me check my logs with Chantel. Maybe I sent y'all the wrong number. Yeah, no.
They're also so close that they look like the type of thing where for a long time when like two people went to AT&T and got new cell phones, you get phone numbers that were pretty close to each other. It kind of looks like that. Maybe that's his wife's number.
Yeah, that's his wife. Yeah, no, this is his correct number. I got this from Chantel. I don't know. I guess I got this from his wife's. I guess I got
Account?
this from his wife's account by accident.
Okay.
But yeah, no, this is definitely his number. I got this. I confirmed from my messages with Chantel. So no, this is absolutely his
Okay,
phone.
so I see his user account created September 2019. Obviously, he was able to onboard back then.
Mhm. And
Um,
the API returns true, as in this is a valid number, passes the carrier check. But now, what also goes into my theory of our API calls are blocked on his device is that's what would have caused him to see a skeleton loader and delete the app. If the API calls were not working, if he had loaded the app, he would see a skeleton loader because the API calls were failing.
This goes back to he was already logged in, and
He
Yeah.
was already logged in. He started to see like skeleton loaders, and he's like, "Let me reinstall the app."
by the way, I don't know what this means if it's related at all, but I tapped on the investor chat this morning, and I had only skeleton loaders for some reason. I went back to the lobby and back, and it was fine. I don't know if you were doing a deploy like an hour ago, but
The production, no.
yeah, I thought that was weird. Why is that happening? It happened to me too.
I would say his issue was a bit more widespread, and he was seeing it everywhere in the app.
You saw that for sure.
I can get his session replays.
Does
I saw
it-
one of them.
Well,
I saw one of his session replays. We can pull the rest of them
where did you see skeleton loaders?
on the home screen.
Home screen. Okay.
Yeah, that's where this guy said that he saw it, and he opened the app because he had a 12-day streak and he didn't want to miss his streak. And then he saw the skeleton loader, and then that's how that all happened. And he's very disappointed that he has to start his streak over.
Well, that's good, but bad. So, um, from the way it sounds, he only saw the skeleton loader on one screen and then deleted the app.
Yeah, on the home screen.
I wonder what would happen if I deleted the app this morning, add a skeleton loader on that chat. I mean, are you following any of this? I want to get your input. Um,
Yeah, I'm following, but like I did not really get the whole thing. Is like if the whole app's down for him. Like, you know,
well, no, I got a skeleton loader this morning. Just trying to go open a chat, and I left and came back, and it loaded. This other guy got a skeleton loader on the home screen, deleted the app, and from there on could never get past like even entering his phone number. Like it says his phone number is invalid.
because that's when we start like reaching out for backend. Like to me, this looks like more like either the user is having some internet issues or our backend is not responding.
Well, think about it. I mean, if we got the session replay, he was able to do that. But if you go into the network log, you'll see any of our API calls are status 0 for some reason.
So that's it. That says that the backend is
Right.
issue.
Backend is returning nothing. Like it
What
says
is it?
request failed.
So this means like could mean anything related to network, but it's not really saying whether it's a backend or not. Let me look at that closely. Um, and are you not seeing any backend issue like Sentry issues with this user?
Not with this user. If I go to like, let's see, we're gonna have to go to traces. I'm gonna go to is valid phone, and then his request was made at is valid phone. This is at 152. Yeah, see, like I don't even see the request for is valid phone at that time.
Do we do something before like reaching out to GraphQL? I don't know, some balancing servers, whatever. Something we do.
You like what? Like, do we?
Like, are we doing something like before reaching out to the actual server? Like, I don't know, weight limiting, anything like that before
Wait,
even the use.
I don't think we're doing a waiting or anything.
Not a weight, but like weight limit. Like if users
Oh, rate limit? No, there shouldn't be.
or anything similar to
Mhm.
it that's would block
Yeah.
or not.
The only thing I would say would be like maybe like a firewall with blocking, but his wife is on the same IP address, but a different phone, and she was able to go through fine. Hmm. But
By the way, on a side note here, is there a search you can do, Jerry, and identify any other users that fit this pattern? That, in other words, experience the same problem?
so it's going to be grouped in this thing, and it's going to be grouped with people who have had issues. It's just uploading amplitude events. So you see network request failed, but
No.
all this is going to be amplitude.
Okay. Can it
So-
be filtered down to match what just happened with this guy? Like, what about mine? Mine happened this morning. Would mine be in here?
We could try to find your session replay. That'd probably be easier. When was this? Do you remember the time?
Not the exact time, no.
Estimate?
Well, approximately an hour ago, but I would
Be an hour ago.
hold off on that right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going here. I'm trying to see which people have had network related issues. Latest. And if I go to not this. I want replay.
This isn't on board.
Okay, no, this is Tim. Same guy.
Okay. Well, okay, so it worked. Your searching worked. It found Tim. What?
Let's see. This is the same. This is him again.
And this is what? Just 24 hours, or what are we looking at?
This was 16 hours.
What happened there?
This was just a 2-second replay. That was just on the splash screen.
But what? It failed though to get past there.
I don't have anything beyond this. So if I go and expand it,
But you're looking at failures of right API call failures.
it's not going to tell me what to see. Network.
So that's not bad.
But a lot of these could again be people who have network issues on their like network issues on their phone. They could just have bad data, like no data.
What's the user ID on this one?
This user,
Is it the 60,000s?
17882.
It's a legacy user.
But if I can go, I mean, we can find out what happened in amplitude too.
Interesting. I mean, that could have been an app that hasn't been updated in a long time, right?
This person has been getting push notifications. We can find out they come in the app. Click the push.
Was that what we just saw?
Yeah, but yeah, it looks like they clicked the push and they must have closed the app quickly. 0-second session. They were in 55. They clicked the push.
So they are in build 55, so they're not an old version.
Right. As far as like if somebody push notifications to filter out. See when they actually come in the app.
So it seems like it's only our server that's being blocked. Maybe it's is it like possible like from the iOS you do a proxy, or maybe he's using some app that's detecting our API as a like I don't know something that it needs to be blocked, like ad block or
I
something.
I asked if he was using like a custom DNS or a VPN, and sounds like neither of them.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I don't have anything for this 2-second session, but I'll try to get a little longer session. Like we have this one. First session looks fine. Yeah, I think this. See, if I go into this session that had an error, where was the error? Oh, that was just it, just a slow query. Why did it say network failed? Yeah, see, this replay doesn't even have this replay doesn't even have a network fail on here, like a network fetch fail. Skeleton loader in the start. Let's see if it stays. Nope. Okay, somebody's just typing.
There was a failed API call somewhere.
It says there is, but the logs do not match Tim's. So I almost feel like it's just a false positive on here. Because you would see it in these logs here.
Did they get stuck here somehow? That's the end, right?
I mean, I can watch the full replay. Well, this is I think this is Lisa 661.
Yeah, well, yeah, probably. So we would have known if she's having a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's so many we can go over. However, this is the only one that's really, to our knowledge, reproducible a lot.
Which one?
This guy Tim is the only one that I know is very reproducible.
Yeah. But anybody else having the problem?
That I'm not aware of. It's like what happened on this one. Oh, that's why it's looking weird. Is they cut off the session replay. I have to go here for the full session replay.
Or they're just showing the error.
Okay, let's see. This person has an empty lobby.
Yeah, that's weird. That's a problem. This is a week ago. Oh boy. Discover feed. What is going on here?
Okay, this guy, look, this guy's having the network error. This
Okay.
is just network request failed. So this is probably, yeah, this would be like what Tim saw. But you can see right here, yeah, his phone does not have a network connection, or it has very bad network connection. It's trying to call this Google API right here.
Yeah.
So the whole point of this Google API right here is to just return 204. And what that means is that just a health check.
Yeah, but there should be a toast that says you don't have a good internet connection.
I agree on that. So
Well, we have it, and I get it sometimes,
Mhm.
but he's not apparently.
Yeah. What version? Let's see what version this is. This is version 42. This was 7 days ago. I mean, if you want to make sure that like that is working, because I mean, I can see it here that all that this generate 204 is not resolving.
How many users are experiencing similar things to this?
It's the same one. I think it's the same one. Yeah.
But like this is a user's issue. Like the user does not have a internet connection.
You're assuming that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, as Jerry was saying, like this Google link returning 0, that's a very like that's like from Google server, and it's not doing anything. It should be happening very very fast, like in the milliseconds,
Mhm.
and it's not. So
But right, isn't this something that John says there's a toast? But
yeah, and we using this like the library that we using for the toast. It's like it pings this URL. So I'm not sure why not the toast is not being shown.
I
But like
don't
for
even, why is it even a toast? Like if you open the app and you don't have internet, the app's not going to work. Right now, this person is probably lost. Why is nothing working?
It's weird. Wait a minute. It's weird though. Shouldn't it have just stayed a skeleton loader? I mean, that's usually what happens if you don't have internet.
no, after a while, the things will be resolved as like not really resolved, but it's gonna report back there's an error, so nothing's gonna be shown. The skeleton are dependent on the loading state. As long as we're waiting from the server or the internet to call back, it's gonna be a skeleton.
Okay, let me turn off my Wi-Fi, and I'm going to test you on that. I'm going to turn off cellular. Okay, everything's off. Wait, cellular data, not just data. I want all of those. Okay, I'm completely off. I got the toast right away. No internet connection.
Now, but where like is the toast persistent? Can you dismiss it?
You can dismiss it. Yeah. Let me go to the Discover feed.
That's what I wonder is,
Yeah, it does say you're all caught up.
did this guy get the toast and just session replay didn't catch it?
That's also possible because it's not like the app itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible. Okay.
So, yeah.
I'll turn everything back on. All right. So we think this is just he just doesn't have a good internet connection. I mean,
Yeah, look into the status on that Google link.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's pinging Google right here.
Okay. Um,
I don't think this is the same as what Tim was running into, because if you go on, see, it should be returning this 204. Tim's is returning 204 and it's taking 69 milliseconds. This was taking 408 this is actually amplitude, but you can see that we're health checking Google here and it's fine. But anytime it tries to call our API endpoint, it is not.
yeah.
Can you look check their this? Can you send me this? Jerry?
Were you wanting to check?
Yeah, just send me this issue replay.
I'll send you the replay. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, because if you go through all of this users, I mean, you'll see that he has like this issue that it can't. Yeah.
Can we look at a couple more too? While Amin is investigating that, let's see if there's a more situations like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
See. Okay, where? Just go to the errors. Oh, this is actually Apollo error. Network request failed. I can actually filter it by Apollo error. Yeah, this is yours, John. This is your session replay.
Yeah, that's one. I just
Think how we get the session replay even if you're offline.
That's interesting. Wonder how it can transmit.
It must hold it locally. Okay, I can see the
Oh,
toast.
so there's the toast. Right. So we would have seen a toast. Why didn't we see a toast for that other guy?
Again, it could have.
Yeah, that toast is like a while.
Yeah.
Huh.
So if I go here and these are all the users that are.
That's a new user, right? That didn't make it through onboard. Oh, that was Tim. On the
It
second.
could be Tim. Let's see. Come on. Who is this?
Different one. 13 hours ago.
Yep, we'll find this out. Oh, it looks like they did something. Yeah, she got through fine.
But there was a problem somewhere.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where the error is. Oh, it was right when she signed in, right when she opened the app. It
Okay.
looks like when she opened the app, it tried to make an API call. I wonder if that was like, see, I can't tell what call it was.
Is this a common thing then for people trying to open the app? Let's
I don't know what API call this is, so I can't.
let's get Amin or Ismail to look at this.
All right, I'll just send it to him.
Perhaps it's every time a new user comes in, or just anytime the user gets that splash screen.
No, because I mean, okay, so this one was from 13 hours ago. Then we have 18 hours, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 6 days, 6 days, 18 days, 25 days, a month ago.
I guess there'd be a lot more,
Yeah, they're very spaced out.
but still.
And this is probably along the same thing. Yeah, let's see, request failed. And if there's a request fails right here, the only thing it could be is like that check campaign link mutation. But again, it could be, we won't return 0. 0 means that it didn't hear back from our server. It just, after 100 milliseconds, it gave up, which that means that it wouldn't be, if we returned an error that would say either 200 or 400 or 500, it's returning 0, which means we just never got anything back. See, like right here, you can see it tried to call Google and it returned 0. But then it tried again. It took 15 seconds, but it finally got a 204.
What is doing that? 15 seconds?
Yeah, to return from the Google endpoint. It just could be whatever. It would be nice if we could log like their connection. If we could log like their connection strength,
Yeah.
that would be
That's what I'm trying to find out from Sentry because I know they do that. Like for example, now like they show you whether this user is using Wi-Fi, just internet. So
Mhm.
this user was using Wi-Fi. So I'm looking into Sentry if they are logged in by default their internet strength.
Mhm.
Okay, let's look at other sessions.
Mhm.
But also, what you said that one user there was a bad API call right at the beginning, right?
For these two users I've seen, it's at the beginning, which is usually like that check campaign link when it happens during onboarding.
Okay.
And that's stuff that we just had used to like identify loosely if somebody came in like from one of the beta testers on Craigslist or something like that.
And that could be causing problems.
No, it doesn't cause a problem. If it fails, it doesn't block onboarding.
Okay. So it's
Okay,
nothing to worry about then?
at the very beginning, though, for these ones that are failing silently, no, the ones that are causing the skeleton loaders and like the blanked out feed, I think it would be wise to find out how that user ended up with that experience. Like
Okay.
this guy just had a very long session.
Okay.
This person just had a very long session. Oh, you could see, their connection like switched from LTE to Wi-Fi,
Okay.
and that caused this connection failure. I mean, it happened within a second of each other, or they either connected and disconnected from Wi-Fi.
But that shouldn't cause any kind of problems, right?
Sometimes it can cause a hitch, like when your network changes and your IP address changes.
Uh-huh.
Like that happens on Chrome. Sometimes, like if you're on a laptop and you're on public Wi-Fi and you change networks, your
Sure.
tab would be like, "Oh, network changed," and you got to reload the tab.
Okay. Is that what happened there?
Yeah, let's say his network changed, and that just caused this right here, which we would have retried it in the background.
Did he have a session come right after?
This user, let's
Yeah.
see. I have to find his session. When was this? 3 days ago. Okay, yeah, it's this session right after. Yep.
Okay. So we kept going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hmm.
So we'll look at these users that have these IDs, like they didn't onboard. I don't know. These would probably be the more important ones in here. Okay, this is just somebody that didn't get past the name screen, but there's no API. We don't call any APIs that block onboarding until after you enter your phone number. So all because they ended their session on the name screen, that doesn't mean that there was a problem during onboarding.
Okay.
So what happened here? Terry, let's see. See what happens here. Okay. Oh, she got in fine. And then it ended on the contact selection. It'll probably come back. But where was her network error would be, let's see. If was there a network error? I don't even see a network error on here. Okay.
Okay.
This is just black. Yeah, this is all dark. Like they had the app in the background or something. Let's see. Oh, this person got the toast. So
Okay. Um.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. I'm messaging. Wait 1 second. Okay.
This is so this is like what Tim would have had. This isn't Tim,
Okay.
but this is something where his home screen is empty.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's empty.
4 weeks ago.
And he signed out.
She. Yeah.
Oh
no. It's the same thing. Huh?
Now let's see if she ever came back.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we need a better error here. If this is that, yeah. See, returning zero here.
Okay.
If I can return, let's see if I can find a
Now,
replay.
what's interesting is, if I saw correctly, she pulled down her hamburger menu and the build said 42, but then in the tags it said build 48. Right? See how it says 48 up a little bit higher, right
Oh,
there.
okay.
But then
Yeah,
watch
see.
when she pulls down.
That
Okay, so she's 48. Okay.
48.
Yeah, which should be fine, right?
Yeah,
It's pretty recent build. So this was 4 weeks ago. Yeah, did she ever come back?
that's what I'm checking.
I
This
just
is
saw
after. Yeah.
she made it back in.
When was this? Yeah, this is 8 days ago.
What the heck? Well, we don't have a replay from when.
I think one of these others might be her onboarding.
I guess, wait, did she even need to onboard? How maybe it just worked?
Let's find that out. So 4 weeks ago, we'll try and figure out which one of these is her onboarding.
So there's a problem lurking in the app, clearly. And well, with it, back in front end somewhere, some problem lurking here that we got to.
Yeah, this is her onboarding.
So she had to re-onboard.
Mm-hmm.
Holy
And
shit.
I don't think it was she had to re-onboard. What I believe is that the phone is in a state that is not accepting our API calls, and that gives them the impression that they should re-onboard. But
Okay.
because our API calls are not resolving properly, they can't get through the phone verification endpoint.
Okay. Well, this is kind of an all hands on deck situation. So what could cause this front end, back end, database?
This would be on the phone side. I don't even know if it would be front end code, because the front end is trying to call a Google endpoint in some cases.
Okay. So Ismail Anamine, here's another case 4 weeks ago. Can Jerry, will you show them? And first of all, do I have you guys' attention? Ismail, are you there?
I'm here.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. We got a potentially serious problem here. Jerry, will you go through the steps here?
Yeah, I'm trying to replay now. Let's see. Yeah, this one. Okay, so this user came in here and none of the API calls were working. Did not get the banner for the like you're offline. I don't see where we're recalling the Google like the health check endpoint here. But anytime they call our API, returning 0, which means that like we just can't resolve that address. So it causes her to log out, thinking that was the issue. And she comes back in, onboarding, enters her phone number. Please enter a valid phone number.
It's the same problem that Tim had, right?
Well, if no APIs are working, then it's going to say invalid because the API is not even able to validate it.
What causes that, Jerry?
Well, I mean, we can't connect to the endpoint. That's kind of what I'm saying is that you cannot. The phone is trying to say, give me Sircles.com, and the phone, the internet or provider or whatever says like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Is this iOS or Android?
This is iOS
This is iOS.
2.5.
iOS. And where is this? Like, this is in like city. This is in like the United States, right? Just to make sure.
Yeah, California.
Okay. 4.8
And
production.
there's another user that's having this issue too. It's very reproducible. It's going on still with him.
So one question: if they had no network connection, how's the screen recording?
No, like they do have an internet connection. It's just our API, and it's not. It's like it's being blocked. For our API, it seems like there's no internet connection for our API. For anything else, it's fine.
Okay. Is it? Can it be blocked by the network carrier?
And
I don't.
in his scenario, with this one guy, we had him try both on his LTE and his Wi-Fi, and it didn't work. So he tried on Wi-Fi and LTE.
And this person, did they come from an older version or a fresh install of the app?
Fresh
Also?
install.
Oh,
Couldn't be because of like we trying to ping the user's location using Wi-Fi using an enable location. Say that we do it every 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Like we do it really aggressive way. Maybe the carrier blocked the API or the iOS. I don't know because like we aggressively call the API.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out where it lies from. I mean, especially because we had this guy, his wife tested with his number and all, and like it worked. But when he went back to him using his phone, had the same issue. But his wife was on the same phone, same iOS, same Wi-Fi. Everything's the same, just the physical device itself.
Like same phone but different accounts.
Like, no, like they're both iPhone 12s. It wasn't the same iPhone 12.
Okay, it's not same. Well, if it's like common, then at least we can do a build where we're gonna do like tracking, the network, and all of that. So we be having an idea what's going on. Because right now it's I don't know. Like, for me, just like
how many
I
cases
was-
have we seen of these?
What's that?
How many cases like these have we ran into?
This is the second so far that I found. This one I found just by viewing session replays. But there's
And-
somebody who's working with Chantel right now who is actively able to reproduce.
But it's not
You
very.
said Chantel is actively to reproduce the same problem.
Yeah, there's somebody working with Chantel that can do it.
Oh, somebody's working with Chantel. Okay.
But it's not common. That's what's really weird.
Mhm.
Right? Because I mean, if your theory is right with the pinging, wouldn't it be happening a lot more often?
Yeah. Um, but again, we don't know what's like the factors. That's
Also, with the whole
whatever
pinning thing,
blocking.
I mean, just one thing, just to kind of help maybe back that up or not, is were they both on Wi-Fi when this happened? Like, can we see right now if they're on Wi-Fi or not, or does it not show here?
Um, like he. Well, we do the pinging only if we don't have the user's location permission.
You're
It doesn't
correct.
matter.
But what I'm saying is, if the carrier blocked the network connection, if it's on Wi-Fi, that would make sense because his wife can
Yeah,
access
yeah,
it.
it
But
is.
if it's on cellular, then maybe. So that's why I need to know when our Jerry said that in this case they were both on Wi-Fi and it happened, or is that for a different case?
The very first replay I would have sent you a meme would be for this Tim guy I'm talking about. That's
Yeah,
working with
this.
Cartel. Is he on Wi-Fi?
Yeah, I've seen like in the breadcrumbs. Like if you there's something called connectivity there.
Connectivity? I don't see it on this replay. For this guy Tim though, not the one that you sent me. There's one
Yeah,
that
this one. Like I went and I find this like the issue that was attached
Mhm.
to the session replay and the breadcrumbs. It was having the connectivity was saying it's Wi-Fi.
Okay, so
Like if you find the issue that it's
let's see. There's no error. No error here.
it there like the one that is not there, the one, the red one in the trace tab.
Go to which trace tab? Okay.
Yeah, that one, the red one, the onboarding where it says when it's should be that's here's it. You
Yep.
see type error, scroll a little bit to top. Yeah, that one. You see
Mhm.
type error network. You see it's in the red, like there in the center of the screen.
Down.
Yep,
Right there.
that one. Yep, if you clicked on that one,
Did you click that one?
yeah,
Okay.
and you scroll, you should be seeing that red
Mm,
that says
I see.
if yeah, it's somewhere in here. It says Wi-Fi connectivity. If you do a connectivity search,
Connect. No.
um, like you should see the list of the breadcrumbs. It should be like it's like a window. Like scroll a bit to top. Yeah, scroll more, scroll more, scroll. Yeah, scroll more. You see that like there on the right side of this panel. Yep, yep. Go more to the right. Yep, and scroll top like with your cursor. Like just and
Contact?
yeah, not breadcrumbs. Like do
Oh,
the
breadcrumbs.
Whoa, go back.
yeah
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
breadcrumbs.
yeah,
That
breadcrumbs.
yep yep that
Okay.
one. Click on it.
Okay.
You see the view 30 more. It's because it's hidden. Like yeah, it's like
Okay. Expand.
yeah, it should be now here. The
There we go.
connectivity.
There we go. Connectivity Wi-Fi.
So this user was on Wi-Fi.
So it's not the carrier.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is the same guy whose wife was on the same Wi-Fi, but it was working for her.
Right.
Okay.
But you can see here, they
Well, and let's talk about the backstory for this guy and the other one you just found from 4 weeks ago, Jerry. Both of them seem to have the exact same trigger. The trigger was they were using the app and got a skeleton loader while using the app.
Mhm.
In one case, the woman 4 weeks ago logged out, tried to re-onboard, had this problem. The other case with this guy, he got the skeleton loader, deleted the app, tried to re-onboard, and kept getting no API calls even after a fresh install latest version. So that there's definitely clues in there.
Mhm.
But the question is, first of all, what triggered that, and then why did it persist past a fresh install?
I'd be curious, like, if I really wanted to be curious, I would want to like have them try and like access our web API. This would be something I'd only do if it were like myself having the issues. I would try to see if I can access our API in Chrome, like at least like hit an endpoint, a 404 endpoint, because a 404 is different from 0. 404 means that we tried looking and found nothing. 0 means that just it did
Um,
not
I
even
mean, I
try
mean, would
looking.
you want to see the breadcrumbs that led up to where it triggered them to either log out or delete? Would those breadcrumbs help?
Yeah, we could try it. So, yeah, this person was on Wi-Fi, and I can grab this person's. Where is this it? Oh, this is not them. Okay, so there's here.
So yeah, so this is, well, it's already triggered here.
I go into her trace. Can I view this full screen? Nope. So it's here. Is this so? What is the span, but not the breadcrumbs? Span. Okay, click in here. Breadcrumbs.
It's already been triggered in this session, right?
Well, this is the person, yeah, who started their session, and it was it started their session, and it was skeleton loaders. I do not see on here. Let's see. I don't see anything about the connectivity.
Would this be helping you? I mean,
Like the one this UI life cycle.
um, what I'm what I'm trying to get to is what led up to the problem. So like, I was wondering if these breadcrumbs that you were just looking at would be helpful prior to the problem. So first of all, let me back up. Let me make sure I really I need your attention and
Mhm.
Ismail's undivided attention. I'm going to start from the beginning on these. What we know so far. These two users had essentially the same trigger. They were using the app and got skeleton loaders, inexplicably got skeleton loaders. One of them deleted the app and tried to re-onboard and still couldn't get any of those API calls. The other one logged out and tried to re-onboard and had the same problem. So my question is it helpful for us to go back to before they got those skeleton loaders and look at the breadcrumbs? Wouldn't that tell us something? Perhaps what went wrong?
And just to clarify, where did they get those skeleton loaders? On what screen?
Well,
Home screen.
yeah, were they both home screen?
This user I'm looking at is home screen, and I believe Tim
Tim was also home screen, right?
yes.
Okay. Well, what and
And
what?
we know that we don't normally land on home screen. Like when the app initially opens, it starts on chat.
Good point.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Now, when they went to the home screen before that, was the app working or not?
Great question.
Let's see if I can find any replays for them. Let's see. See if I can find a replay for this person before. Okay, this replay was 123. Maybe this is it. Nope, this is still.
Okay, so this is prior.
Yeah, this is their replay before.
Okay, so it was already happening. What
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah.
what started this session?
What started it?
Yeah, notification, just
It says replay started.
yeah,
So
but amplitude will tell you. Amplitude.
Yeah, find a session in amplitude. Let's see.
We need to lay out all the facts
Mhm.
for both these users, and the answer will reveal itself.
So we go to this was July 10th. So this was 7 p.m. UTC. 7 p.m. UTC to PST. 12 p.m. Okay, so right here, start session. Okay, this is it. Start session. And no, there's no like push notification clicked or anything. This is just that I can see on June 4th they had home screen viewed, and it was a month since their prior session, June 4th to July 10th.
Okay, so July 10th, they tap the app icon to open the app.
Yeah, I don't see anything about a push being clicked. They don't have push notifications turned on.
True, good point. So from there, they got Skeleton Loader, and it appears it was the message lobby.
Yeah, so they tapped around. Let's see. Yeah, they tapped around.
Start at the very beginning. Why are they on the home screen?
That could be is that it is a like a warm start. It's not a cold start.
But they hadn't used it in a month. Is there a clue here, you guys? So maybe they left off on the home screen a month ago.
Let's see if I have another replay.
So I've had weird instance on with my iPhone where I open the app, it skips this like an app was fully closed. This is a cold start. It skips the splash screen, and I'm just in the app without like in a millisecond. It makes no sense, but it has happened to me. I don't know if that could affect this or if it's unrelated, but I guess it's just worth mentioning.
That's a good point because this user here does not appear to see a splash screen, right?
Right they came into the
After a month.
Right after a month, and I just confirmed. I checked their session replay. They don't have anything from. I can look at their last session replay from. This is from May 31st. I don't even see June 4th, but May 31st. This is it. They're on the map. They go back to their home screen, chat lobby, and then close app.
Did the other user also land on the home screen right away? If they did,
If I could find Tim's session replays
And
now.
hold on, go back to that real quick.
Okay.
I see session replays 2 months ago, a month ago, 22 days ago, 21 days ago, 15 days ago, 8 days ago. Why does Amplitude say there's a whole month, a month of a gap?
Well, that month is from June.
Well, where's the one 22 days ago?
22 days ago is July is
Yeah.
after.
Exactly. Why is there no amplitude?
Yeah, no, there is. She's in the app. July 10th.
Oh,
July
go back. I thought we were saying she had a session June 4th and then not another one until recently.
Right. July 10th would be.
Oh, okay, I see.
July 10th is what I meant by recently. She went from June 4th to July 10th.
June
And July
4th.
10th is when she had the skeleton loader.
But June 4th to July 10th is more than a month.
Yes.
But these look like much less than that.
You have a month, you have 2 months and a month. This is the gap right here.
Okay.
This is the gap.
And so she's been in since, because like 15 days ago, 8 days ago, we determined that she
Yes.
was able to re-onboard, and now the app is working normally for her.
Yes. And you could go in a session replay here.
Okay. So that problem just persisted that day, maybe?
For her. Yeah, it could have totally been for her,
Yeah.
but
Okay. Okay. So then we can go back to what Ismail was asking. What were you gonna ask, Ismail?
yeah, let's go to Tim's session replay is what he wants to see.
I was gonna say, yeah, if he sees the splash screen or if it just loads him in the app the same way, see if we can find a pattern.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Yep. Let's see. I'm gonna try to go to his one before that. Let me go to the one before that. Okay. So splash screen and skeleton loader.
Go to the one before that.
But if you notice, he went from splash screen to home screen right away. That's
Aha.
weird.
That is true.
Like he should go to lobby.
Okay, here's another one. Splash screen. Yeah. Splash screen to home screen. And
So
this
it's
is
like something is cached on their iPhone.
build 55. And let's see.
Wait, did these people recently update the app from a very old version?
I could find that out. See, this guy, yeah, okay. He went from splash screen to home screen straight from here.
The one 4 weeks ago, she was in build 48.
Well, Tim was working on a 12-day streak.
That's true. Yeah. So everything was going daily for him fine. I
Yeah,
don't
this
think the update had anything to do with it.
This is from earlier that day. He was in the app fine. He was in version 42. And let's see when it broke, what version he was in. 42. So he was in 42 the whole time. Yeah. Oh, okay. So look, here's where it first started. What link is this? So, oh man, I saw he was in. Okay, no, he was in his home screen.
Yeah. No, go back to that other one that started on the splash screen, then put him in the lobby. That's where it started.
I know it looked like that, but I
Okay,
don't.
go down one. Down. I think you were down lower.
No, this would be he was in the app because you can see where the little flames start.
You see. We'll go back to the one that says 420.
420. Okay, that's the 421. He was in the app. Fine here.
Okay.
And let's see if it just ever goes to.
Okay, go to the one ahead of it then. The next one.
Yep.
So this is the one here, I think.
Yeah. See,
Well, no, that's the one. Where's the one that went to the lobby?
it looked like it did go in the lobby, but I can see here it it said replay start home, which means it would have been on a home screen.
Yeah.
And let's see where this one dropped them.
And what's happening to the so when the API gets called, are any variables being given passed to the API or like what it says?
That's a good question. Like I don't even know if we get that information from here from network error. Yes, error socket closed. What would
Error socket closed. What does that mean?
that could also be a subscription that is trying to be called. Yeah, user action subscription error.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
they're trying to connect to the back end.
What about the one that's not a subscription? What does that error say?
Let's see, user action error, network error, network request failed.
Set up
And
fallen there.
we don't have access to what they passed as a parameter.
I try. We had a call with Sentry, and I asked him to do that. They don't support that yet.
Oh.
They just have system.
So it just says network request failed. That's it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Get user Lottie pop up error. No. So yeah, you can see all these calls that are just returning 0. And 6 days ago, let's see. July 31st at that time. Let's see.
And do we have any form of authentication left in the app?
No.
Like at all? Nothing? 0? No.
Well, it wouldn't be in chat for sure. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, outside of chat. There was never anything outside of chat.
Maybe some old code somebody had, still lurking around from previous developers.
I removed that. I deleted it. Okay, so I'm looking at the session replay time. This was like at 10 p.m. So I was going to say if maybe I was doing like an update or something. I was definitely not doing an update at 10 at night. So
Also, regarding the user being taken to the home screen, that was not like from the beginning. We were like taking users to the home screen. I mean, like that. What how it was? Like we were taking users to the home screen, then we change it later to take the user to the chat, and I was looking his version that he's using. Maybe his that version that he's using does not have the code to take the user to the chat. It was the main the home. That was the main screen.
what was that? I mean, you were like,
So
Mhm.
like the like taking the user to chat was not like a thing. It was the home screen. That was the default screen. That's the only important
You
thing.
build 48.
So this is build 48. So that's
Don't
what I
forget.
was.
Don't forget. The guy Tim. He had a 12-day streak when the problems happened.
Well, I'm just commenting on the fact that why it's the home screen and not a chat.
Yeah, but I think that doesn't stack up because he was using the app 12 days in a row.
Yeah,
Problem.
I think I have something to add to that. So at first I thought maybe it's so again, it was still not clear what the problem is, but I think like at first I thought it was for sure front end because it's going to the home screen, right? Like there's something goofing up. But then I'm looking at the code and we have a variable. I mean, if you remember, you is
Mhm,
lobby initial
mhm.
route, and that and
That's
that
that. Mhm.
uses the persistent user query.
Yeah, correct.
N-
So
Now
this.
that
Mhm.
query, when if we first load the app, it would need network connection to call, or is this stored on the user's
No,
device?
it stores in user's device. So the issue what's going on here, like why it's the home, not the chat. So this user did the onboarding before we did this code because like we like we decide whether to take the user home or chat. It's like right after, like right before the onboarding is about to end. That's where we made it true. So for this user in his storage, that value was like undefined, not even false because it was not a thing. That's why
Correct.
that's
Yeah.
why it was being taken to the home screen.
But
So
then that tells us that it could be a well, if that's the case, then again that goes back to maybe it is front end. Um,
yeah, it's just front end, and it was for this. It was like adding is an edge case. So for a user to be taken to the chat, he needs to re-log in again. And if we have like a session replay for him after like he did the onboarding again, we will see it's gonna be taking the user. It will be taken into the chat, regardless of the
but
version.
they said that after they remove the like after they uninstalled and reinstalled the app, and they still had the same problem. Is that correct?
That is correct.
No, this still have the problem, but like, does it the user take him
They
like
can't even get have
exactly? So
phone
yeah,
number.
so
What?
yeah, I know. So I'm just like now I'm just talking about the issue of like the user being taken to the home instead of chat.
Sure. So let's say
It,
everything you're saying is accurate. Okay. So let's talk it through a little bit further. So that is sounds like potential cause. So they delete the app, reinstall it. Would does it still line up with your thinking if they get to the phone number screen and it says invalid phone number and there's no API call?
no, because that's all. This is all like front end code to.
Right. So then it doesn't line up, right? So perhaps we're in the wrong approach here. Wrong. It's not the right solution.
Well, well, like I think this taking the user to the home screen, it's not related to the issue we have.
But okay, but there's no way those two things are a coincidence. That there's just no way mathematically.
Well, they are connected because if there's no network call, this is lobby initial route would be false.
We're not related on any pair call to decide to whether to take the user to the home or chat. We're
Um,
we're, we're relying on a boolean that is saved when a user finishes the onboarding. And this user,
mm,
he had a version where where we were taking the user to the home screen,
of-
and
I
and
don't think so. I mean, because as John mentioned, this user has been on build 42 and they've been using it for a while now.
wait, you telling me all session replays it was the chat? Like, do we have all session replays for this user?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Old session replays. He had a 12-day streak before this, and he was on build 40 something,
Can
yeah,
I?
42 or 45, and we
42.
confirmed that.
Yeah.
But like, did he? So when we added the code for taking the user to the chat, for this to be effective, the user needs to relog in again.
Yes,
Like he
but
needs to
this
go to
guy has
onboarding again.
his app has been working in version 40 something, which we added this logic way before build 40. Um, and the user has been using the app in the newer version for a while now.
He's busy. He's been using the app here like relog in again. between these two versions.
Not relogging in, just logged in continuously.
So yeah, so it would not be.
Okay, so we're not talking about him updating the app. I'm saying this user has been using, let's say, build 42, which has this code in it that takes the user to the lobby for a while now. So
It
the app has
has
been working
it,
for him.
it has, but it needs the user to relog in to be like taken into consideration. Because
But why was
if
it
you
working for like 12 days before that, at least? Because he has a 12-day streak. So no, a minimum of 12 days it was working before that.
like working, like what do you mean it was taking the user to the chat before?
It was working. The whole app was working for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking about like whether the user being taken to the chat or
Yes.
the home.
Every day. Yeah. Every day. We can. Jerry, show the session replays for Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every day he'd open the app, it would open to the lobby. So yeah, pick one at random.
Where we start?
Well, this is okay.
This one started home.
That one did start.
Okay, what's? Can you go to the tags? Like stay like
42.
42. It was home, right?
Yeah, 42. It was 53 days ago. We got. I just looked in test flight.
Mhm.
53 days ago, we had it in test flight.
I
Yeah,
can
but
go
like
back and okay, we'll go back 11 days ago.
So I don't know if feel like it was longer than 53 days ago. Maybe not.
42. I mean, he's been 42.
Actually, that opened to the home screen as well. Go to another session replay right after that.
again, the user will be taken
Yeah,
to the chat instead of home.
That's
if
home
we
again.
onboard it.
Yeah, this one sent him to the home screen instead of chat.
Okay.
Wait, when you guys say 42, is it
Dot
is this version 2.2.42?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I mean, we added this way before this, didn't we? Like where he goes to the chat or no?
Yeah, like so maybe I'm not explaining it right. Let me share my code.
But it does appear this is a clue because it does appear he's opening to the home screen every time. Go to the next session replay.
Okay, this one is 6:34. Okay, this one's 33 seconds.
Okay, so that the code that takes the library to the home screen has been added 6 months ago.
This one came to his home screen again.
Let's see.
Well, so this is Ismail J if you follow, and so I'm sharing my screen and you can see this is we toggle this boolean into true, and this is one that we allow should we keep usage to the allow. But this to be effective, it needs to be called like this navigate to home. It's like it's need to be called here. The user needs to go through the onboarding again for this to be true. Otherwise, it doesn't matter what the version of the user is using, even if it's using
Okay.
the latest pages.
Okay, let me ask you a question then. Does that mean every user who didn't re-onboard after we made that change is not opening their app to the message lobby?
Yep, correct.
That's crazy.
I don't think that. Yeah,
I mean, we all
Well-
re-onboard, so that we can't judge from our own experiences. But that would mean, okay, we can find anybody else who's got a user ID, like around his user ID, and they're all opening the app to the home screen. They would all, right?
If they did not re-onboard it, yeah, or like we did this change, yeah, so
I don't
they
think
will be home.
sound correct.
How could that be? I mean, how did you know this all along? That they would need a re-onboard for that to take effect?
I think if I remember, like we had like a real conversation about it. I don't remember really. I feel like we did because like back in time when we were working on it, that's how we did it. It should be like for a reason. It's like after the user on board, like we need, or maybe we did not want to break the old users. It was like something like that. Let me look to
Okay.
the code again so I can remember. It was
Okay.
for a reason why I did it this way.
Okay. Okay.
So
Well,
it
it
is-
sounds like it's causing unintended consequences now.
Oh, you think like all of these issues is related to this?
Yes.
How do we know that's happening? So, like, let's take Zane for example. Do we think Zane's ever onboarded?
Yeah, he has. Take somebody just
What about,
random.
like, what about like Tori?
No, take a user key that's one number before his,
Okay.
and make sure they have a lot of session replays. And if not, go one number before that, and just keep going until you get a bunch of session replays.
Okay. Get this one.
Okay. If they have a bunch of session replays, now let's see if they open at the home screen.
This one started home.
Okay, let's look at two.
Version 55.
4 days ago, they opened at home.
Yeah, these are all recent.
Oh boy. Wow.
Home.
Oh my God. Okay.
Are they not loading? Or is their app not loading? Or are they stuck on skeleton screen?
Good question. Play. Press play.
Oh,
Yeah, but let's
no,
see.
that's about it. I mean,
Yeah, it looks loaded there.
wheel, circle of trust, badges, chat.
No,
I
I saw one
do-
that wasn't loaded. The first one you selected.
That one.
Let's see. I load it.
Yeah.
Chat.
I don't see how is this issue causing the whole app to be done. Because like this is just deciding it's not relying on the back end to know whether we want to take the user to the chat or home, and it's not like related to anything else. It's just like what screen to take the user to. It's like
I don't
it should
think
not.
this necessarily is the problem. I agree with you. I mean, but I do think that the cache is corrupt.
I'll have to check with Diana's phone. She probably hasn't re-onboarded too.
But
Well,
so
if the cache is correct, the network calls it will be successful and the app will crash. But like here, the network
yeah,
call,
like a persistent user was always returning empty or it's corrupt or it doesn't have the right data, that would cause a whole bunch of problems, which is all starting cache. Now, but the thing that confusing me about this theory is that this guy deleted the app. Now, when you delete the app, does all cache get deleted on iOS?
yeah, yes, yes.
And then he re-onboarded, but then he still ran into the same problem.
In
He did
on.
not. He did not re-onboard it.
Well,
was
he
stuck.
tried to re-onboard, but he couldn't
Yes,
onboard because the network was not connecting,
yes, and
which then it shouldn't be relying on cache.
yeah, I don't think this is a cache issue either. Because if it was a cache, the network calls they will like actually happen. You will see like 200s and sevens, but like they're not. So it's
I
not.
mean, the first API call we call when onboarding is the phone verification, right?
Yep.
Mm, okay, and that one, does that rely on Firebase whatsoever?
No, it's like we call our back.
So it doesn't rely on Firebase. It doesn't rely on user key. It doesn't rely on cache. Is
Just
there
like we
anything that it
yeah.
relies on? Nothing, right?
No, yeah, we just call the backend with the phone number to use it to send.
So that means it doesn't want to talk to the backend. But at this point, we don't even have the user key or cache or anything. It just doesn't want to talk to the backend. Why?
Mhm.
I mean, are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, that's the question we're trying to figure out. Like, why it does not want to talk to the backend. We
Okay.
can just know why we'll fix it. The thing is like we don't know why. Like, what's the block is? Like, the
Yeah.
question
Okay.
even here.
First of all, let's see. Do we agree that it's not a coincidence that these users are coming to the home screen because of this older version, or is that totally unrelated?
I think if the backend, well, hmm. I
Well,
mean, you think with me about this. So for this one, even if the backend was not working and the cache was set, well, if if we had no network connection, would it still take them to the lobby screen? Let me just put it that way.
it, can you repeat it again? If they don't
Yeah.
have it,
So I mean, I'm on the
yeah,
Google Meets for my phone, but can somebody test this for me? Can somebody open the app without network connection? Like have your
yeah,
Wi-Fi and
yeah,
cellular
yeah.
out?
Well,
I just did that.
it will take you to the lobby
It
if you don't
will.
have like a network.
So here's an
interconnection.
offhand thing I found that could be related, but I don't understand why some of the API calls would work. Is
Before that, such and Chucky, but like I just want to answer John's question. Like when he said like, isn't this a coincidence that it's happening to you? Like right now, Jay is sharing this user screen where he's like being taken to the home screen just like a 10 days ago or something like that, and still it looks fine for him. So I don't think they are related.
Yeah,
And if this user went and we onboarded right now, it will be the chat for him. Not other than
I get that. So obviously, it's working most of the time. Otherwise, this would be a very widespread problem because there are
yeah,
lots of users
yeah,
who who had the app from when it took you to the home screen originally. So all of those users would be crashing into this problem constantly. So so that means um, it's not like a guaranteed connection, but it also does not eliminate the connection between these two things because it still can be related because of this situation and some other thing they did or some other network problem that occurred just right that obviously is rare is the trick. So like it still can definitely be related. Like I haven't heard enough evidence to rule out a connection between this situation and what happened to those two users. I still suspect this situation in combination with another edge case on the network or something causes it. And maybe the further behavior of the user, which is they immediately log out or delete the app instead of just go like I today, this morning, had a skeleton loader on a chat. I just went back to the lobby and came back and everything was fine. Maybe most users do that. But these two users both did the exact same thing. They both removed the app. One logged out, one deleted. So maybe it's like a combination of three things. They have to be in this state where it goes to the home screen. They have to see a skeleton loader for some edge case situation. And then they have to delete the app right away without just trying to force close it and reopen it, which probably would have corrected everything. So it's super edge cases. This is my theory. What do you guys think?
and if you want to follow this theory, it's easier. Like the twist part, we can do it. We can have the app in the state which gonna open the home screen. We can do that. Like we can just like reverse
Okay.
code.
The hard part is triggering the skeleton loader. We don't know what triggered it.
Which one? Yeah, yeah.
Because we can delete it after that and re-onboard. But what triggered? That's why I wanted to look at the breadcrumbs right before. What did they do right before? Amplitude or breadcrumbs should tell us what those two users did to create a skeleton loader.
so this guy. Okay, this guy is somebody who's been fine this whole time.
Yeah, they've never had an issue. They did not trigger, or maybe they did trigger the skeleton loader, but they just closed the app and reopened it, and they continue on their way.
Mhm. I think we could try with your session. Let's see.
But let's look at that guy. Let's look at the lady 4 weeks ago, and the amplitude events that led up to the skeleton loader, and the same with Tim.
Mm-hmm.
What did they do to cause that the zero, like the API call, it says 0.
Yeah, where is she? Yeah, so let's see. She was at June 4th and June 3rd. Just view home screen. June 2nd, home screen first. May 31st.
While we're looking at this, I mean, is there a better solution? I don't recall us talking about having the home screen be the landing page persisting forever and ever unless someone onboards. I don't remember that. Maybe we did talk about it. Maybe I was okay with it for some reason, but like now I don't like it. Can we circumvent this without problems?
I think the reason why we made do it is because like the old users, there was no chat. It was just let me recall that. It was like we did it for a reason because like all the users do will not be having something and things will be broken for them in a way or another. Me,
Interesting. Maybe, yeah, maybe we didn't have the
yeah,
groups already populated and stuff.
yeah.
Maybe.
It was like for some reasons why we did it behind the flag. Otherwise, I just like had the main screen as the chat. It will be just one line change, not like
Wow. So
like
so
a
we
three
easily-
four steps.
okay, so we could easily do a new update, and all of those users, when they update the app, will then land in the lobby as their original screen.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And we
okay.
can
Let's
yeah we can do
definitely do that.
Yeah, sure. It's
Okay. Okay. Wow. That's was surprising things. Well, I'm so glad we have these tools, session replay, amplitude, and etc. to get a good understanding of the user experiences. Okay, so yeah, we'll definitely want to immediately rectify that situation. But then, yeah, let's try and recreate it. And Amina, I don't know if you have any ideas of how to do the trigger. My best idea is just look at amplitude and see what triggered the skeleton loader. But anything you can think of?
well, that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to the Sentry trying to look up there anything problems. That's what
Okay.
it's,
Okay, let's do that. Yeah, Jerry, you can try your end too.
What am I trying?
You did all the events prior to the skeleton loader situation.
Yeah, so for this user here, let me get her replays. Oh, this is her replays. And okay. So these was her 2 most recent sessions prior to the skeleton loaders. This is the second to last. Which is just gonna load in. Yep.
Wait, I have one more thing to add. Sorry, I've been kind of doing some research, and I don't know if this is right or wrong, but I think the cache problem is not totally out of the question. Because, I mean, if you look at when we call the check phone number, the data we have there has to get written to the cache as, and then it's stored in this. So we write it to the cache, stored in this parsed number or persistent number.
but like
And
if you look up in the Sentry logs, like the network call, that network was returning 0.
I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is, well, the call for, wait, sorry. Again, the call for the check phone number, which is
Yeah.
equal to is valid phone. Does that get called?
No, it's like
Did we
0.
confirm that that's 0? That exact one that says is valid phone.
We
Did that
can't.
mutation
We
return
we,
that?
we can't from Sentry.
Can we
But
check
like
that, please?
we can't from Sentry. Sentry does not tell us which right, Jerry? It
No,
just tells us
we can know the name of the API.
Do we can, Jerry?
Not the parameters, but the name.
Wait, okay. What's the question mean? Sorry, just going back and forth.
Yeah, sorry for that. Like, can we know like which like query was being called from the network tab in Sentry?
No, not it. Doesn't always. It doesn't even.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Okay, can you check one thing for me? Do you have the session replay where the user was onboarding and they were stuck at the valid or what was the message? Invalid phone number. Can you check if any of our API calls succeeded there?
Oh, none of them. I can pull that for sure.
Yeah, yeah, none of them. Like that's
And that's
why.
when they were again on the phone number. Yeah, is this the one where they were at? Can you see the API that was called at that time when they entered their phone number? Is that
Oh,
possible? Is that at least
I
possible?
actually have that one. That is, you can see it here. It's only this one though, but this is valid phone, and actually I see the variables. I'm surprised
Uh,
this one shows, but none of the others. But this is the is valid phone, and you can see the parameters that are sent is just fine here.
Yeah, and this one also returned 0.
Yes.
Uh, so 200. But wait, the okay, wait, never mind. So anything that's not ours returns. Okay. And we're 100% positive this is the phone verification one
Yes.
because these are.
Yeah, because you can see here it says is valid phone.
Ah,
Is valid phone.
okay. Ah, that's annoying. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, that throws a cache theory out the window.
Mhm.
Okay, well, let's focus on that one since I mean I like to focus on that particular one because it's not connected to cache and it's not connected to what's it called, Firebase.
Which one?
The phone is valid phone.
Correct.
So I feel like that's where we should be focused. Like that's the cleanest API we have, which is not connected to anything.
Mm-hmm.
No user key, nothing. Just purely the backend.
Mm-hmm.
What on earth can cause it? Can cause that particular API to return 0? Forget about all the other ones, because all the other ones you can have a million different things. This one you can't.
Well,
Is there any case scenario you can think of where the front end would call this and the back end would be like, nope, not talking to you?
the fact that it
Well,
happened so quick. You see, if they tried and like a 404 would happen, is if it's like, okay, well, it's not found. 0 is like just in its other world of it couldn't make the request.
yeah, it's not like the backend refusing like to respond back. It's like the request didn't even reach the backend service. Like you can say for our server, like the user doesn't have internet connection. It's like this.
And
It's
can we confirm that the backend didn't get those requests, or is that hard to do?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it. Okay. Oof.
also like from the session replays. So to this user, it was like when it was working for him, it was it was like the map. That's the session replay. Then it went back to home. And the next session replay, it's in another version. Like the user did upgrade did update the app. Maybe between the updates something got corrupted because it's like the user would there was that gap 1 month. Let me share my screen. So so for this user here, this session replay that was like 2 months ago, um the app is working into the map and everything. The tag it says like 56, and the next session we play, there's a month gap here. This is where things are broken, not loaded, and the version is different. That's the only two things are different between the two. So could it be like update between the update something broke? So yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna go to this slide and do this exact jump between version numbers and see what's going on.
Uh, so I'm just kind of thinking out here. Could this then be anything? I mean, related with like Apollo? Not one like was.
It's not even Apollo. Like in those where is it? Like you can see here. Where's the one with the Google? Oh yeah, you, didn't we find Jerry like the other user with even like Google was failing?
Like no, like you can see 200 requests as long as they're like amplitude or something that's not hour. But
Yeah, and I was correct for this user. Like in other user, it was like even like Google API, it was like fading. Like we were not Google API, but like we were calling a Google Health Check. Well, and it was
uh,
also zero. But yeah, I get it. You think like Apollo somehow it's fading?
I mean, maybe because like if we're talking about the API, the
Mm-hmm.
validating the phone API, that's the more that's the most like I would say pure. I don't know if that's the right word API we have, where there's no authentication, no cache, nothing. So if that one fails, it has to be on the Apollo level.
If it's Apollo level, it's gonna be widespread on all users with the
Well,
same version.
it's it's a poll, but I mean, I'm just thinking out loud here. But it could
Mm-hmm.
be
Yeah.
something triggers it, like something like because obviously, if it was, yeah, I mean, this if this was a big problem, everybody would see it.
Yeah. It's tricky.
Nothing is triggering it. I mean, the part that confuses me the most is just the fact that the user logged or uninstalled the app or reinstalled it. And it still happened. That's what blows my mind. Like how?
Here's this cache update error. It's the same issue that might be. So it's cache update error. My network request failed. Then because did we? Oh, no, it was not full request. Yes. Um,
So I mean, if or sorry, Jerry, if authentication somehow some way blocked it,
It would
Would that cause this error?
that would return like a 403 error.
So would still return an error.
Yeah,
That's not 0, as we see.
it would return like a 403.
Okay. Just, sheesh. So I'm just kind of like thinking, what could potentially block it? Because I was like, okay, maybe because we have email the authentication is not enabled. I was like, maybe sometimes it just acts up, but yeah, if it returns a 403, then it's probably not even that.
Yeah, and I couldn't even confirm here. Let's see. Valid phone. Yeah, see, it doesn't even use the office commented out.
Yeah, because I mean, for the authentication to even work, it still has to talk to the backend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Is does one of the users still have this problem right as we speak?
Yeah, that Tim guy.
And how many times did he delete the app and reinstall?
Multiple. Don't tell. I would say many times.
Yeah, several times. And he's done it at different places too. So on different Wi-Fi, no Wi-Fi, on Wi-Fi, all of it. And turn his phone on and off again multiple times too.
And as of right now, it's still happening.
Correct. He
And can
can.
we blacklist anyone, or like, do we even have something like that?
Well, it would not be. If anything, it would be like per an IP address. But his wife's able to do it just fine.
Is his
And he's
phone
able to get to his account on his wife's device.
Mm.
Like the text does come through on his phone if he's using his wife's device.
Wait, where's he stuck? Because does he even reach a screen where he can enter the text?
No, it's because the API call for his valid phone fails.
No. Does he reach the screen where? So he's stuck at the please enter a valid phone number.
Yes. On his phone only.
And are we sure that he never got past that screen? Because it seemed like he was saying he never got the text. It didn't say he couldn't. His phone numbers are valid.
This is his session replay. Yeah, he does not get past this screen unless he is on a different phone.
Okay, and this is the most recent one.
Yeah, I mean he has multiple. We can.
The same thing happened to that other woman after she logged out. She couldn't get past the phone number validation screen.
Her
At least-
next attempt though worked.
Yeah, at least that try it didn't work, but then like later on she was able to.
For the other user, did they get in eventually?
The other user, yes. The very next time it worked for her.
Huh?
Yeah, the very next time she tried.
Are you sure it was the very next time?
Yeah. Let me go to her session replays. Maybe not. She went back here. So here's her onboarding. Then that worked. Between how long did that take? Well, I just want the date. 9:32. 9:32 on the 10th. 11:24. So that was 2 hours later. It started working.